Hi everybody, welcome to another Chats with Chaudhry. It's a glorious sunny day here in Surrey, and today I'm delighted to be joined by my good friend Ralph Daumke, who is the Global Market Manager for Life Science at Filtrox Group. And today we are going to be talking about some of the issues that people face around bioprocessing, and also talk a little bit about their presence at Achema Pulse, which is running all of this month, but has live events running on June the 15th and 16th. So Ralph, lovely to see you again. How are you, my friend?
I'm very good. How are you? It's good to see
Well,
you again.
it is good, Ralph. It's lovely to see you. The last time I saw you face to face was with your lovely, trendy shoes at CPHI Frankfurt in the packaging hall you were in, actually, surprisingly enough. But we actually shared an evening together at the Washington Nationals Stadium watching some baseball in Washington for the BPSA event. So that was really good
Yeah,
fun.
very lovely. Remember this? It's a long time ago. It's time to remember or to get new events like this live, and not only virtual anymore. So yeah, I remember that you post my shoes every time on LinkedIn. So
Well, they're very nice shoes. So why would I not? But actually, you've got a lovely golf shirt on today, and you've got a lovely Lego display behind you as well, which is
yep.
pretty cool as well. So where are you calling in from today, Ralph?
I'm in St. Gallen, north part of Switzerland, northeast part to be more clear. And we also have a lovely day, and now the summer starts, so we expect 20 plus degrees or 25 plus degrees over the weekend here. So
Yeah, well,
quite
I've
good.
been to St. Gallen. It's a lovely part of the world, actually.
Yep.
So before we start talking about some of the sort of challenges that end users face in bioprocessing, for those who are not familiar with Filtrox, could you just give a quick overview of the business and also your own background?
Yeah, of course. My background is that I'm an engineer in biotechnology. I'm over 25 years now in biotech and in pharma, and since over 12 years now with Filtrox. And Filtrox itself, it's a manufacturer and developer and producer of depth filtration technologies. We are specialized and we're producing depth filters for the clarification of high value liquids.
Right. Okay. So let's talk about some of the challenges your customers face in bioprocess. So what are the common things that some of your customers come and talk to you about in terms of the challenges they face in their bioprocessing techniques or things that they're doing in bioprocessing?
Yeah, the most people coming to us that they're facing problems with high cell titers, high cell debris solutions they need to clarify. And of course, this from lab to production, and they try to avoid more steps in the whole production area. So like a centrifuge, because scale up from lab centrifuge to process scale is quite difficult. And we can offer them some solutions to avoid a centrifuge from lab to production scale with our depth filters in combination with diatomaceous earth as a filter rate. So what is called an alluvial filtration. And this is where they come from to us if they're facing problems or they need to add more and more filter area and they want to avoid this. So they came to us and say, okay, can we together find a solution for our topic we have right now?
And how do you normally help them overcome those particular types of problems? And in fact, going back a step, if they aren't able to solve those problems, what will be the issues for them if they weren't able to solve those problems?
The issues are normally that as I said, they have a centrifuge, but they can't go the next step with a centrifuge because it's too big, it's too difficult, it's not single use, they have to clean it and so on, all these things. Or they have to add more square meters of filter area and they want to avoid this. So cutting cost is one of the main points here. And then we go in and normally, if possible, one of our application engineers go to the customer, do some trials in their lab, and which is quite quickly one day, and we can give them a first solution. Of course, they can do more trials to adapt it more to their process, but they really get in one day a result where they can start to work with. Or what they also can do, send us material, we're doing trials in our own lab and send the results back and then discuss with the customer what are the next steps.
Right. Now, you said your background is biotech and you're a biotech engineer. So from your own So of experience over the last few years, obviously bioprocessing has exploded and biopharma has exploded, in this space over the
Yeah.
last few years, and obviously now you're seeing the segmentation into more specialized areas as well. So what are the big trends that you've seen over the last few years that you see, coming to the market now?
Yeah. One big trend, of course, is going away from stainless steel to single use. And what we can offer is single use, but as well as stainless steel is also possible, depends on what the customer needs, so hybrid systems or whatever. The other one is, of course, vaccines. It's, yeah, of course, with the pandemic, we need more vaccines. And another one is that the titers becoming higher and higher, so the cell density is becoming higher. And so the question is, how can I clean my stuff, or how can I treat it after the fermentation becomes more and more important? Even if no one really talk about this, funny wise, on any events, you don't see anybody talking about how to clarify a fermentation solution. They're all talking about the fermentation and then going more downstream to the chromatography, but the step in the middle, the midstream, in our, how we see it, is quite important, because if you do it right there, you save a lot of money and time in the next steps downstream. And this is a topic we need to looking much more in deep what we can do there.
Right.
And how we can solve issues there for the customer.
And how do you clean that area then, or how do you overcome that particular problem midstream?
So we call it midstream, others not really. There's in some companies is upstream and others is downstream. So, but to get more attention on this, we called it midstream. So what we're doing is we're using filter rate in combination with a depth filter. We mix the fermentation solution with a filter rate and pump it over the depth filter. So that means we have a relatively high flux. So we are working minimum with 350 liter per hour per square meter. And we can avoid the centrifuge. So we can kick this step out, no cleaning, no complicated single-use centrifuges. And we are able to scale it up from lab to production in different sizes and different ways. So it's an easy technology. It's already there. The most people know depth filters anyway. So we add something more and show a solution which works really perfect.
Right. Okay. And you mentioned obviously single-use technology as well as being a trend, and I know Filtrox is part of the BPSA, which is the bio. I always forget what it stands for. BPSA. You better help me out there.
Bioprocessing System Alliance.
It's the systems bit. I always forget what it's. I get the bioprocessing and the alliance. I always forget what the S stands for. So the BPSA, and I know you're even on the board. So what are some of the? Tell me a little bit about the BPSA. Why is that so important, and who belongs to the BPSA?
So mainly BPSA was founded by single-use suppliers, but in the meantime we also have regulatory authorities as a member or as a consultant. We have users in there, we have universities in there, and there's also the BPOC, and the BPOC is more on the user side and BPSA more on the supplier side. So, and we try to give users of single-use systems a guideline how to use different things, how to use it in different applications like cell and gene therapy. What is the difference between gamma sterilization and X-ray, or how is the impact of single use on the environment, and so on and so on. So the different topics discussed internally, and normally we building groups and try to make some kind of paper we can publish to help the users to get a guideline for different topics.
Brilliant. Okay. I mean, it's a great association. I've been to a number of their events as well, and I know they're very passionate about single use as well. So let's talk about Achema Pulse. So what are you talking to visitors about at Achema Pulse this month, and particularly on the 15th and 16th?
Yeah, we have 2 workshops, a talk and a pitch on this 2 days. So we mainly talking about the use of activated carbon immobilized in the depth filter sheets to avoid the use of loose carbon. And that's 3 talks. And then we have the pitch where we're talking about a horizontal depth filter module housing which are a little bit different to the standard vertical ones, and the advantage of these housings to use in different applications from biotech to food and beverage.
Right, fantastic. And what are the advantages without going through the whole workshop?
That's only a 15-minute pitch with a housing, so it's not so long. But the advantages are that for example, that you not need a crane for a huge housing to open it. So it's just one opening lid on the side, so you can easily fill it and take out the used modules. All the piping is away from the user, so they can't struggle over the pipings and stuff like this. So it's much more safety. It's easier to work with. And then, yeah, more cost effective. At the end of the day, you need less time for fill it and take it out and so on. So
brilliant. All right. So you've got these events running. Well, how can people get more information about what you're doing at Achema Pulse? And also, if they can't make Achema Pulse, find other information that we talked about today.
So they can contact me via LinkedIn. So I'm quite open to see, often to see there. They can go via our web page, so filtrox.com, and click on the button connect, and then they get answer, can send us an email, so we will come back to him, or they can go to the Achema Pulse website looking for Filtrox, and then they see the 4 events we have there, and just click they want to participate, and yeah, quite open for this. So.
And you've also got some free tickets, haven't you?
Yeah, of course, if someone needs some more tickets, we have still free tickets. We still have some premium tickets for the whole event with all the live discussions and so on. Just get in contact with me so I can send you some codes for this, and then you can register on the Achema Pulse website, and then joining hopefully our talks.
Fantastic.
Or my talks.
Ralph.
I will help them anyway. So
well, I'm sure they'll be interested. So Ralph, it's been a lovely, it's been a pleasure seeing you and lovely to see you again. I wish you a fantastic Achema Pulse and a fantastic summer as well. And hopefully we can catch up in the not too distant future, maybe in the quarter 4, maybe even quarter 3. Who knows? We'll see how things develop. And then I can get to see your lovely shoes once again.
I will try my best. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure to see you again, and hopefully we see us soon for a Diet Coke or real Coke. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, it'll be fantastic to see you again, Ralph. Well, look, thank you very much for your time. Thank you viewers for watching. If you've got any questions for Ralph around the issues that he was talking about today, then feel free to leave him a comment below or send him a question on LinkedIn. As Ralph said, they've got free tickets as well. So if you'd like to go to Achema Pulse, attend the workshops that Filtrox are doing and listen to the pitch, then please get in touch directly to Ralph, and I'm sure he'll be able to sort you out a free ticket. And the link to the booth itself will be above the video, as will be the link to the Filtrox page. You can find more about what the company does, all the different solutions they do, not just in life science, but also in food and beverages and other industries and cannabis as well, because I know they work in lots of different markets. So you can find out more about that information as well. So all that's going to say is, Ralph, lovely to see you, my friend. I will look forward to catching you face to face in the not too distant future.
Yeah, me too. Thank you very much, Rizwan. It was a pleasure, and see you soon, hopefully, live.
And I look forward to it. And thank you very much all for watching. And hopefully you found that useful. And until next time, as always, stay well and stay safe. Bye-bye.
Yeah, you too. Bye-bye.